So I've been nominated. Let's give it a crack. These are my top 5 beers that I've... 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! Okay. So, I've been nominated by Mark. Links below to Mark's video where he reviewed his top 5. I'm absolutely honoured that I've had his top 2. I can't believe that. Thank you very much, Mark. And those 2 beers, yeah, they were fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I think I would have put them the other way around, if I'm honest. I think I preferred the mint stout. That mint stout was just, But so was the other one. The other one was so refreshing. So refreshing. Anyway, moving on. I thought I'd start this off by showing you my worst ever beer. Well, maybe not my worst ever beer, but one that I'm currently frustrated with. This here is my American Brown. Looks quite good in the bottle, doesn't it? It's the American Brown that took 31 days to ferment. And I've put notes here. So I bottled this on the 5th of June. So it's been over 4 weeks. Usually when I bottle beer, between 4 and 6 weeks is when they start to, really taste good. I think most people would have ditched this beer, but I don't have the heart to do it. It's one of my own recipes, and on paper it looked good. It looked like a good recipe. It's one that I created myself. And I know what I did wrong. I steeped loads of hops. I shouldn't have done. It just doesn't match a brown ale. I shouldn't have steeped. I should have left it at 0 and I should have ended it there, and I should not have used Windsor yeast. Everyone tried to warn me, but do I listen? No. Okay, so let's crack it open. I don't want to keep you too long. I always do anyway. Okay, so this hasn't been in the fridge. I'm going to open it here just in case. And I was wise to do that. Yeah. So, there you go. Got yourselves a gush. I kind of knew it was going to do that because these have all been stored under the cupboard, and it's today is like 29 degrees. So, okay, I'm going to pause you and I'm going to come back. Here we are, look. As you can see, as you can't see actually, it is a dark brown, very brown beer. I put brown malt in it. It's a horrible looking beer. It's disgusting. It just looks like muddy water. Can you see that, how brown it is? Kinda. And the aroma is fantastic. It's just, it's so chocolatey. It's gorgeous. Really is. So good. Ooh. That's why I haven't bottled it yet, because that aroma is great. But the taste, it's not that bad. It is improving with age. When I had it before, you can taste alcohol, and yeah, on the tip of your tongue, it's got a little bit of a bite to it. Which is why other people would probably ditch it. But it's drinkable, actually. I'm going to keep these. Hopefully they don't all explode. Probably going to end up with quite a few bottle bums in this bloody heat. It isn't that bad, actually. It's the type of beer that you don't have first, you have second. You have the good one first, and then when you're like, let's have a few more beers, then you start drinking these. I'm not ditching that. Anyway, let's crack on with this. So I thought what I'll do, because, okay, in total I've brewed 34 times. 11 of those were stovetop, and 2 of those were disasters and are ditched. So that gets me down to 23 brews. The first few I'm not going to mention. No one wants to know about those. When it started getting interesting was when I did a single hop Nelson beer, which I got from that shop in Andover. Is it still in Andover? Oh, I can't remember where that shop is. You know the one. That was alright, actually. That was pretty good. And then I did an Oktoberfest, which I didn't think much about. And I kind of forced them down. Left them aside for, I don't know, months, 8 months, whatever it was. And when we had some relatives over from Poland, I was like, here you go, you want a sort of lagery beer? And they loved it. So, there you go. It was alright. Then I made a Saison. And I split the batch 50-50. I put raspberries in one half. That beer was alright. That was pretty interesting, to be honest. Do I like Saisons? Don't think I do. Not sure about Saisons. What we got next? Milk Coffee Stout. Okay, that's another beer that I ended up ditching. It got this bite, which this might end up with. No, that had like a real horrible metallic bite. And it was such a lovely beer, but it just went all wrong after about 6 or 8 weeks. Just had to ditch them. Dropkick Nate, my first attempt. That wasn't all that great, to be honest. And then I got here Whittington Challenger IPA. So I won Darren's hop competition, and he sent me a 1 kilogram, 1 kg of text message, sorry, 1 kg of his homegrown hops. I've still got 500 grams here. I don't know if I'm ever going to use them, so I might give some of those away in beer melt. I don't know if I'm ever going to use all those. Anyway, that beer was shit. I got some kind comments, but guys, that beer is shit. 5 a.m. Saint, that was alright. I'll stop texting. She's on her way home, she's on the bus. That beer was alright. And then I did my second ever stout, which was good. Absolutely loved it. I put really, really expensive coffee into that one. I thought that was cracking beer. You know, that's probably in the top 5. And then my first ever, my first ever recipe. No, it wasn't, was it? Okay, my second ever recipe that I made up was the Amarillo Pale Ale, which was pretty good actually. It was pretty good, and the older it got, the better it got. And Heathen Brewer and Abbey Homebrew, I think that's what it's called now, they both preferred it to my Dropkick Nate, and I agree, it was a good beer, that one. Then the Nanny State. And that has improved with age, because that was bitter, it was horrible, it was like hot tea or something. But it's drinkable now, it's alright, you know, I have been having a few of those recently, and it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad, it's a beer. Chili Stout, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Chili Porter even. And then my first ever keg beer, which is my Equinox IPA. A beer which I've underrated. I'm going to say that's in the top 5. That was a lovely beer. Then we've got Smash Beer Failure, Smash Beer version 2, which was too bitter. I think everyone's drunk it now, and I think it got oxidized because the colour was like that, and it shouldn't have been. I used pale ale malt. Anyways, DKN second attempt, that was good. That was a cracking beer. This one here, Rust Bucket clone. Rust Bucket, even, not Rust Bucket. I should call it a Rust Bucket. Or the Rusty Bucket, whatever. That's promising. It's only been in the bottle for maybe 2 weeks now. I had one after a week, and that's really promising. That is probably going to end up in the top 5. Can't allow it in there yet. And then I'm currently brewing an IPA. So, my top 5. Stop rambling. Here we go. Top 5. Number 5, I'm leaving open. Because it might end up being that Rust Bucket. He might creep up in there because it's tasting really good at the moment. Number 4 is the Equinox IPA. Number 3 was the Amarillo Pale. Number 2 was this Breakfast Stout. And number 1. This might surprise a few of you. But my number 1 beer that it wasn't my own recipe, but it's the beer that is just, you cannot buy this type of beer. I think that's why it's my number 1. You can't buy it in the UK, this sort of beer. And I've had one. I've actually had something very similar, and it was nowhere near as nice as my one. So my number 1 beer is my Chili Porter, which I think is a cracking beer. At the start, the chili was too much, but now it's mellowed out, and it's fucking awesome. And I think it was Beanham Homebrew who said he maybe I should, or he should, or whatever, rebrew that one without the chili, and I think I'm gonna, because it was a really top quality porter, that one. And if anyone wants to win that dark beer of Christmas competition, I think it's a porter, go back to my chili porter, copy that recipe, and I don't know what the rules are with that, but yeah, it's a fucking cracking beer. So anyway, I've been on too long now, so there's my top 5. See you later, guys. Cheers.